If you were to make a list of monsters that I never would have expected to see at SWC 2019, I think Elucia the Water Fairy, yeah, the one from the tutorial, would have been pretty close to the top. And she was actually there quite a bit, so I think we should talk about why that is. Just to be clear, we're specifically talking about the secondary awakening form of Elucia, so you're gonna have to take her through the dimension hole a couple times until we're talking about the same fairy. Once she's rocking those orange stars, she'll get a significant upgrade to her skills. Her first skill has a 1-turn freeze attached to it. There's not even an activation rate anymore, it just comes down to an accuracy resistance check. Her second skill is very reminiscent of Franz. It cleanses the target before healing them. The cleanse coming first is important because it gets around heal block. Also, the amount healed scales with attack, so you may want to have an attack buffer on your team as well, or at least aim for that in your substats. But where the distinction between her skill and the Light Fairy Queen's comes in though, is that Elucia now has a 25% attack bar boost stapled onto the heal. And finally, her third skill puts a target to sleep for 2 turns, and that just happens. When you put all that together, you have a unit that's begging to be included in your crowd control comps. Throughout SWC, we've seen Elucia be used as a counter to Artemiel. With 2 means of control and a 2-turn sleep, she can essentially say that one monster doesn't get to play anymore. Now it's up to the opponent to bring in immunity or cleanse, because if they don't, they'll be playing at a deficit from the beginning. As far as runes go, Violent is fantastic because it gives you a chance to control a couple units on your turn. Plus, her cooldowns are so short that 1 extra turn can potentially get the control engine running again. Speaking of which, her first skill is actually really valuable, so if you can swing Revenge, I highly recommend it. Then, once your opponent realizes they need to be dealing with Elucia, they may get punished for trying. If you want great examples of how Elucia can fit into a control team, then I recommend you check out the second game between Dreams Joseph and Tiger, the third game between Jalen 2 and Michael Yan, or Michael Yan and Tree's entire set in the semifinals. Anyway, that's Elucia. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more of it, here's a link to the playlist for our monster spotlights on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.